legendary gamers.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm going to be your announcer today, Mr. Worm. This is going to be an exciting 1v1 on ESL, Atlantis Spaceship. We've got AI Hanfy as the light purple. It's light purple. It's not purple. It's light purple. Light purple Zorg down here in the bottom left-hand corner. His opponent today is going to be Mouse Hasu, also known as HasuObs. Not really sure why it changed. Probably because he is now part of Mouse Gaming. And he is going to be our Protoss here, our red Protoss. So it looks like he's going to sound a probe. Where is he going to go? Lower pylon. Lower pylon is indicative of fast expansion. So let's just go ahead and see if Hanfy decides whether he's going to do an extractor trick or if he's going to extractor trick. That has gotten really popular lately again. You know, extractor tricks went the wayside for like ever. You know, almost a year, nobody was doing extractor tricks. And all of the German players, most of the German players, I should say, who are Zerg, play with the extractor trick. Why, I don't know. But, you know what, these guys are better than I am, so apparently they're doing something right. I may actually incorporate the extractor trick back into my play. I'm going to have to do a couple of timing runs to see if it gets me to the expansion faster. If it gets me to the expansion faster, and look at Mouse. He's stealing some minerals out there. Tricky little guy running the probe line. Just be annoying. Nope, it's going to be spawn and pool first. So, you know, if this were a heads or tails matchup here, as of right now, it's a 50-50 shot because there's no forge down just yet. So it's going to be real interesting to see how HasuObs decides he's going to play this out. Or Hasu, excuse me. Overlord floating across the map, probably going to take a position right about chop, I would suspect. And another Overlord floating across the map, probably going to take a position right about chop, I would suspect. And he does get the hatch down at 16, so that's real good. And that probe is just trying to be annoying at this point. And he obviously, you know, based on his health, he was pretty annoying there for a little while at least. Let's go ahead and see what he does. Looks like he's just going to take him back. So, it is going to be Nexus first, and then we're going to see the Forge, and then the Gateway come down afterwards. And there'll probably be another pylon, or... now, I'm curious, is he going to wall in here? I think the actual physical model of this ends, you know, right here. So I'm curious if he's going to... Or maybe it ends here. Okay, so he's actually walling in against the supply depot, which leaves a pretty big freaking gap. Until you get the photon cannon up and destroy the supply depot, you're completely vulnerable, which is a long time. So if Hanfy had decided to all-in Hasu right now, Hasu would have died. There would have been absolutely zero chance. So this is really greedy, really touchy play. Looks like a third going down there for Hanfy. Got a couple of Zerglings out, and this probe over here is going to scout this out real quick. And that Zergling's probably going to try and take the tower up here, take a look at... And he sees it, so he knows. So, you know, Hasu knows the third has gone down. He knows he's safe. He's like, okay, you know what? I have nothing to worry about. This is excellent. This is exactly where I wanted to be. Now I can just probe up. I can go and get all my gas. I can do whatever I want. I'm not really worried about you. And Hanfy's like, well, you know, I know that that's probably what you're gonna do, so I'm gonna do the same. I mean, I might make like a Zergling, but other than that, I don't really need to. And there is a Zealot coming down here for Hasu. He's probably going to try and march across the map and do a little bit of harass. I don't want to speculate too deeply on that because, you know, he's done all the scouting, so he has all the information that he needs at this point. He doesn't really need to march across the map, you know, because there's always the possibility of a run-by. You know, he's got a nice little gap there for, you know, 10 or 15 seconds. And I don't even know how well Stalkers would defend in this situation. So Hasu's taking kind of an aggressive risk here. And maybe aggressive risk is the incorrect term. Maybe I should say he's taking a risk in being aggressive. Would be probably better. So here's the Zergling, and there's still no speed down here for Hanfy, so it doesn't look like he's intending on going Zergling. And if he does, it looks like he's just being really, really greedy. Yeah, he's just being really greedy. That's what he is. Okay. So he wants to get his worker count up, you know, as high as possible. So let's check his worker count here. He's actually oversaturated by 1 here. And that's way, way undersaturated. So Hanfy is uncharacteristically doing kind of poorly with his efficiency for macro. And now, mind you, the only reason I say that, you know, that's being really critical. That's being pretty critical. But, I mean, Hanfy's a pro player, you know. He's an amazing, amazing, amazing player, and he usually doesn't make any mistakes at all, ever. So when he makes even the slightest mistake, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, he made a huge mistake." Well, he didn't really make a huge mistake. He made a little baby mistake. But I'm gonna be like, you know, that's the end of the world, because Hanfy normally doesn't make any mistakes at all. And is he gonna get this stalker? He may actually just go for. That was really poorly done by Hasu. There could have been a complete run by there. I don't know if I would have actually brought that stalker back through and then tried to get the zone back in there. I probably would have left on the outside and been like, "You want the stalker? You can have the stalker. That's okay." And some really good creep spread coming down here for Hanfy. Normally, you know, at 8-9 minute mark, you don't see creep spread this deep, because it's going in all directions, and he's doing really good with it. Especially because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 gas. Okay, so that's not such a big deal. And I believe there's 4 gas as well for Hasu. And Hasu going for immortals here, getting a couple of sentries out. What is that cannon doing? Why am I lagging? Don't lag. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, there's an overseer. Yeah, that's not gonna work. You know, if you're gonna drop in the base, you better be a little more careful with that. So there are a lot of gates coming down here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 7 here at the bottom. So this is not what I would call an all-in. If the moment you start talking 8-9, you start talking all-in. However, this is going to be some serious, serious stuff coming, and it's coming right now. Oh! Oh, God! No. Oh, move command fail there by Hanfy. And now he sees this big army. What is he? Is he going to try and do a run-by? He's going to try and do a run-by. So it looks like we're probably going to end up with a base trade here if Hasu decides not to fall back here. And by the really, this generally occurs whoever strikes first. Whoever hits first. Well, look at that. He's going to come in here and be like, wait a minute. This is completely open. What's going on here? This is completely open. And now Hasu's like, well, you know what? I've got immortals, therefore I can out DPS you. And if I can out DPS you, I see absolutely no reason why I shouldn't just destroy you. You know what? Nice little force field there for Hasu is going to allow him to get the reinforcements he needs to at least hold the main. Those 2 force fields are going to hold for a long, long time. And poor little Hanfy is going to take quite some abuse here from this army. Oh, that's a lot of abuse. That's a lot of DPS. If he gets that army up that actual ramp, those immortals in the back here are fluttering back and forth. You can see them. They are not in range. He needs to get up that ramp to get a little more damage done. And once he does, he's just going to completely wipe this out. Let's go ahead and look back here. Cybernetic score going down. The expansion has gone down. Looks like Hanfy is taking some major losses in the worker count here. Both the Evo chambers have been destroyed. Looks like he's going to go ahead and focus fire the workers, or is he going to focus fire the hatch? He's not focus firing anything. He's just going for it. And here the roaches come up through the. Oh, you've got to get in there. And a nice little mineral walkthrough with those workers. However, all that happened there is he just lost a lot of freaking workers. But now he's got the 3 cannons up, and those roaches are probably just going to go straight for the back. They're like, you know what? I'll just avoid these cannons altogether. And he's going to kill off almost all of Hasu's economy. I don't know why he's attacking here. He must be completely out of. He is completely out of money. And if you are completely out of money, and Hanfy is still mining, this is going to be very, very, very bad for Hasu. He can keep these roaches back here all day. There's no economy to speak of coming from Hanfy or Hasu. So He's forced a long-distance mine, and the moment this Nexus goes down, oh my god. Let's see what he's got left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what it looks like. Looks like 8 sentry, 3 immortal. There's more roaches coming out. Where are they being rallied? Where are they being rallied? They're being rallied way over here. Okay. So he's actually just trying to get them away from this army and gather the force together. What are you doing? What are you doing? Get mining, get mining, get mining. So he's got a chance at holding this. And I don't think that Hasu has enough money. He doesn't have enough money for a Nexus. Hasu doesn't have enough money for a Nexus. So if he doesn't win with this army, he loses this game. However, on the positive side, wow, those roaches just... On the positive side, he's got 3 immortals and a whole crap ton of stalkers that he's built. And I just don't think that's enough roaches. I don't think that's enough roaches at all. I think this is going to be very, very bad. And now Hanfy is food locked. And if he is food locked, he's not going to be able to make any more roaches. Oh, this is going to be very bad. Oh, man. Oh, man. Is he going to run? Is he going to run? What's he going to do? What's he going to do? What's he going to do? Yeah, with all those sentries, I think. This is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. He's got to spread these workers out and start building bases all over the map. That's his only chance here. And look at this warp prism. His warp prism is just going to go around and start dropping on random places. And he's going to take all of his roaches and go ahead and try to kill all this off. If he can kill all this off, there's no way that that Hasu can rebuild this. So, I mean, he's going to have to come back and defend. He has to come back and defend. He doesn't have a choice here. So he sees, you know, oh my god. So, single stalker coming in here. Looks like he was trying to expand over that side. He sees the pylon there. He knows there's got to be another pylon over here. Okay. Here comes the hatch coming down. If he turns, he might actually be able to snipe off a roach or two. And maybe even a sentry or two. What he needs to do is some kind of amazing ambush. It has got to be some kind of an amazing ambush. Whoa! Go, God, run! Oh, man, those roaches are all trapped, and those roaches are going to be lost. He's going to have to do some kind of damage with them. He gets 1 stalker. 1 stalker for 6 roaches is not a good trade. I am sorry to say, it is just not. And now he is just running for dear life. He's got a hatch up here. He's got this other hatch up down here. And let's see. I think Hasu knows it's there. He's got to know it's there because he's turning and heading toward it. He's turning back and he's heading toward it. And here's another Overlord sacrifice. It's just going to bring his food supply down even lower. Wow, this is so bad for Hanfy. He's forced to cancel this one. And the drop up here in the upper side, Hasu is just really controlling this. He is bringing Hanfy down to his knees with the remaining units that he has left over. That's it. That's it. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be GG right here for Hanfy. Hanfy cannot hold this anymore. I cannot believe that Hanfy did not manage to hold. He did not manage to hold. They're just entirely too many. Those are all sentries. Those are all sentries. I would have pushed. I would have pushed. Even though I would have lost, but I would have pushed anyway because the immortals were off diddly-dallying somewhere else. So he's down to 3 roach. And here comes the expansion for Hanfy again. However, this is his last chance. If this doesn't work, and he's got a good amount of workers. 8, 9, 10, 11. He's got 11 workers. So, oh, I'm sorry, that's 12 workers. I'm a fool. 8, 9, 10, 11. No, there's 11 workers. Okay, I'm silly. There's that warp prism going, looking around. I mean, he might be able to get up here and snipe this pylon, do a couple of, probe kills, but I mean, he's not really gonna get anywhere, and he tries to push up there and he's like, no, you know what, this is just not good. Let's see if I can do a little micro battle. Yeah, wow, that is so sick, Hasu, so sick. Saw his worker being dragged in, and he pulled him back into the warp prism. This is just so incredible. And Hanfy is forced to GG out of this game. He loses the hatch. Well, he doesn't lose the hatch, but he lost all of his workers, and he's dead. so he cannot continue. But he fought down to the last man. This was, by the way, the last final game of round 3. There are, hold on, the current rankings. Wrong page. HasuObs with 180 points, Hanfy with 150 points, Sake with 125 points, Manchi with 75, Cloud with 75, Dark Force with 70 in 6th place. So first place, second place, 180, 150, third place, Sake 125, fourth and fourth, Manchi and Cloud are both tied for 4th with 75 points, and Dark Force rounds off the top 6, I guess you'd say, with 70. Dark Force actually didn't do as well this tournament as I'm used to him doing. So hopefully we'll see a little better numbers for him when the next round comes around. I don't know when the next round is going to be due, but when I do, you will. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you guys next time.